Hey, remember the young woman you were at 20? The one who could walk into a coffee shop, feel a tingle of possibility in the air, and know that the right guy might be sitting just 3 tables away? If you're like many women I talk to, life's thrown at you some pretty sharp curves since then. Texts left unanswered, relationships that ended before they even started, betrayals that you never saw coming, and those nights at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, wondering if your person's even out there. Each one of these can feel like a gust of wind slowly smothering the fire you once felt burning in your chest. But here's what I know: that flame never died. And the fact you're watching this video is proof of it. It's just waiting for oxygen. And today, I'm gonna hand you 4 simple truths your younger, fearless, passionate heart already understood. Truths men feel in their gut and respond to instantly the moment you embody them. Why am I doing this? Because I believe the world needs the woman you promise yourself you become. The one who loves without closing her heart, has a clear dream of intimacy and won't let go, and who's met by a partner who shows up just as boldly to claim her heart. So give me a few minutes and I promise you by the end of this video, you'll know in your heart, not just your mind, exactly how to let that 20-year-old guide you back. So when the right man sees you, he lights up instantly and never wants to let you go. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine stepping into your favorite coffee shop from back in the day. The sound of cups clicking, the familiar scent of intense espresso, and you catch a sight of her across the room. I mean, you at 20. She's got her hair exactly how you remember it, wearing clothes you probably couldn't pull off now, not that you would want to. But it's her eyes that hit you first, those bright eyes that used to look at the world and say, I'm ready for everything. Now imagine you sit down in front of her. She leans in, smiling big with hope and curiosity, and asks you, so tell me, did we find it? Did we find him? Did we live that love we dreamed about? How does your heart respond to her question? Did you hold on to that fire she had? Or would you feel that bit of pain of letting it slowly slip away, deciding at some point it was easier to give up on your dreams than risk one more disappointment? And hey, if that pain hits you right now, it's okay. You're allowed to feel that bit of grief, because here's what we're going to do today. We're going to alchemize that grief into fuel. We're going to use it to ignite a fire strong enough to carry you forward, to give your heart what it's still longing for. And what if right now, she, this younger version of you, reached out for your hand, looked into your eyes and said, hey, I still remember how it feels. I remember how to move through the world believing love is possible. So let me remind you, let me show you what I knew then, because you still deserve that fire. So today we're going to go there. I'm going to hand you the 4 truths your younger self understood naturally, truths powerful enough to wake your heart back up, set you back on fire, so you become the woman she always knew you could be, the woman whose presence instantly lights up the right guy exactly as you are, the woman who will live this life without the regret of not going all the way. The first truth is the why is always greater than the how. A few weeks ago, I sat in the audience at my son's high school auditorium. It was the seniors' final presentation just a few days before their graduation. One by one, these 18-year-olds took the stage to reveal projects they've poured their hearts into for months. One young man had created his own cryptocurrency from scratch. A young lady had converted an old rusty van into a beautiful, inspiring camper ready to hit the road in search of adventure. My own son had spent a year interviewing adults who had faced incredible adversity and discovering the one thing that allowed them to thrive. Inspired, he launched his own YouTube channel to share these stories. Watching them speak, hearing their voices shake with excitement and passion, something in me came alive again. I remembered that feeling, that pure, unguarded fire of believing without having a shred of freaking proof that dreams can actually become real. And it hit me. When did we start believing more in our doubts than our dreams? So here's what I've seen coaching hundreds of women for over a decade. And from knowing some of the most successful, fulfilled human beings alive today, the people who live the most magnetic, powerful lives never, ever let the how come before their why. Your why is that invisible force that pulls you forward. It's what breathes life into the how. So if you feel a bit stuck right now in your dating life, if you're tired of interactions that don't go anywhere, it's most likely not because of your strategy. It's because you've disconnected from your why. And don't get me wrong, strategies absolutely matter. I help my private clients with strategies every single day of my life. But even the best strategies won't work for a heart that's forgotten how to dream. So let me ask you this, and I really want you to answer with your heart. If you knew with absolute certainty you could have exactly the relationship you want, what would you let your heart want today? In other words, what dreams would you let yourself dream again in terms of intimacy and love? And what kind of love would you boldly claim for yourself right now? And here's how I want you to answer this, because it's not just a metaphorical question. This week, I want you to take yourself on a date. Go somewhere beautiful, go out in nature, somewhere quiet, somewhere you can hear yourself clearly, and bring only one single white piece of paper and a pen. And write your answer down. Every detail, every hope, every longing. Let your why pour into that page, because I promise you, the moment your heart reconnects with that level of truth, everything will start falling into place. Second truth is stop worrying and obsessing about your age. There's a myth that men only want younger women, and yes, some guys do, but in all the years I've coached incredible, magnetic women of all ages, here's what I found again and again. It was never your youth that opened doors for you, it was your radiance. Think about it this way. There's two versions of you, and both walk into the same room. One version of you walks in alive, eyes bright, heart open, hips naturally swinging, connected deeply to her worth. She moves through the world with a kind of bold grace. She's sensual without trying. She's magnetic without forcing anything. The other version of you walks in with her heart half shot, shoulder stance, not making eye contact, not smiling, cautious, and even a bit cynical, carrying the silent fear of not being enough. Now, if you were standing outside yourself looking into this place, which woman would you be drawn to? Which woman would you be excited to connect with? Which woman would you say, oh my God, I want to meet her? Well, the truth is very simple. Men who are worth your time choose radiance every single time, no matter what your age. And if you feel you've lost some of that radiance, that's okay. You don't have to force yourself to date through this pain. Pause for a moment, stop dating, turn off the apps. But while you're doing this pause, return to the things that bring you back to that sense of aliveness. Maybe you used to love dancing. Dance in your kitchen again. Sing to your favorite songs loudly, even if you're off key. Dive back into poetry, into nature, into those tiny things that you deeply love, but have, for whatever reason, pushed aside. Because here's the truth, you won't feel alive when your life changes. You start changing your life the moment you allow yourself to feel fully alive now, not that perfect day when fill in the blank something happens. So choose your aliveness now, today, in this moment. Your radiance was never about your age. It was always about your willingness to reclaim joy, passion, and life again, exactly as you are. Now, if you're a single woman watching this, I'd be willing to bet you're not aware of the root cause why you're still single. So what I've done is I've taken 14 years of helping women attract love who were facing every kind of love challenge you can imagine. And I created a quiz you can take in about 60 seconds that will reveal to you the number one reason you're still single. In other words, your number one attraction blind spot. So all you have to do if you want to get your answer is go to the first link in the description. You're going to see a page that looks like this. Answer a few simple questions, and within 60 seconds, you'll get to things. The answer to the elusive question why you're still single, and a custom report based on your specific unique blind spot that will share the number one thing you can do today to attract the relationship you want in a very tiny fraction of the time. The third truth is dare to be irrational. Listen, every single thing in this world that's truly worth a damn started out as irrational. The Wright brothers standing on the edge of possibility, deciding one day humans could fly. Irrational. A free India without violence, born from Gandhi's stubborn, irrational belief in peace. Putting a man on the moon. Irrational. The civil rights movement, the end of apartheid, women voting, the internet, all of it, when it was conceived, was beautifully irrational. Even some smaller things we love. Think about it. Your favorite novel, the art you treasure, the music you can't live without. Hell, if you enjoy this channel all began as irrational dreams in someone's heart. But when it comes to love, so many of us shrink back into practicality. We say things like, hey, maybe I should just settle, or maybe real connection isn't realistic anymore. Or maybe I'm too old. Like, if this is you, I'm going to kindly say WTF. Like, are you 110? Like, your younger heart knew something deeply important. It knew that the love worth living for is at some level irrational. So here's my invitation. Get beautifully irrational again. Have the guts to declare the kind of connection most people only dream about. Because daring to want it is exactly how you begin to create it. My favorite poet, David Whyte, put it perfectly. He said, longing is nothing without its dangerous edge, which cuts and wounds us while setting us free and beckons us exactly because of the human need to invite the right kind of peril. The foundational instinct that we are here on this earth, essentially, to risk ourselves in the world. That we are a form of invitation to others and to otherness. That we are meant to hazard ourselves for the right thing, for the right woman or the right man, for a son or a daughter, for the right work or for a gift given against all the odds. Real love, great love, is precisely this kind of invitation. And yeah, there's a price to pay for it. You must commit to learning the skills no one ever taught you. You must decide that becoming fluent in love, not the feeling, the skill is worth the time, worth the courage, worth the risk, worth the effort. Because when you do, you'll discover just how powerful your longing is, how capable you are of creating the kind of relationship most people never even dream to ask for. So today, be irrational, risk boldly, commit to the beautiful human skill of love. Truth number 4 is be humble in asking for help. Like, when you were younger, you didn't feel shame about asking many questions or needing guidance. In fact, you expected it. You knew it was the fastest and really the only way to learn. But at some point, society fed you the BS lie, one of the most damaging lies that exist, that love, the kind that you're truly dreaming of, should just happen naturally. But think about it clearly with me, please. What you're hoping for, finding someone you deeply respect, who is your best friend, lover, cheerleader, spiritual partner, intellectually stimulating, and at the same time sexually compatible, and then spending decades with that person, still in love, still connected, still growing, that has never, ever happened before in human history. Like, really think about it. Our grandparents weren't really doing this. They were doing something much more basic. Their parents certainly weren't. Most humans who ever lived didn't even get the chance to attempt it. Forever after in 1900 meant he died at 46. That was the age, let alone succeed at intimacy. So most marriages until recently were marriages of convenience, not self-realization. And yet here we are, feeling shame because we haven't naturally figured out how to master intimacy, sustain attraction, regulate our nervous system, repair interactions gracefully, and express our needs compassionately. Like, who the hell showed you how to do this? Why should you know? It's as insane as trying to perform open heart surgery after reading a blog post and listening to a couple of podcasts. So please, for your own self-love, listen to this carefully. There's nothing, absolutely nothing natural about mastering relationships at this level without deeper insight and sometimes support. It is possible, absolutely, but it's a skill, just like playing the piano, just like learning a language, just like training for a marathon. It requires humility. It requires courage and a willingness to learn. There's a silent shame in many human beings, women specifically, about needing help with love, almost as if they don't know how to do it. They've personally failed because deep down they think it's supposed to just happen naturally. But what if this idea is completely, blatantly wrong? What if most relationships that simply wing it end up being painfully mediocre? Look around you. What if the smartest, bravest move you can make right now is to set your ego aside and become a student of intimacy, a student of communication, a student of real love, not just the kind of fun feeling, but the skill. This is what I help my clients do day in and day out. And I'm not the only one. There are deeply dedicated experts committed to helping you build something extraordinary. Like, it doesn't have to be me, but please hear this clearly. You can't build a dream relationship sustainably without investing time and energy in learning how to do it. So let yourself ask for help. Let yourself learn again, because this isn't about luck or fate or hoping you somehow win the love lottery, but about the humility and courage to say with a trembling hand and a shaky voice, I'm ready to truly learn the skills it takes to create something incredible. And I won't apologize for needing help in mastering something this important. So as we finish this conversation, I'm inviting you gently but fiercely to leave the cynicism behind. Allow yourself to believe again that there is someone extraordinary out there looking for you right now, who's longing for exactly the kind of woman you become when you start showing up with courage, with heart openness, with love. And I don't say this because I've read it in a book or I heard it on a podcast. I'm saying this to you to your face because I'm blindly optimistic, because I've witnessed it again and again in the lives of the women who decided their story wasn't over, women who chose to reclaim the fire and fearless wisdom of their younger selves, women who dared to risk their hearts on a second act and found the kind of love that feels like coming home. Now it's your turn. Hope this is helpful, useful, insightful. If it is, it would mean the world to me if you share this with someone who needs to hear it. You can like and subscribe. That would mean also a lot to me. But if you only do one thing, share this with someone who needs to wake up to the younger version of herself and who wants to shake up things and who's ready to say, I'm going to go at this again. And if you want to continue learning how you can attract the relationship you want without the need for gimmicks, manipulation games, or stupid techniques, make sure to watch the next video right here.